Welcome, Jim Tierney with son James on the camera. We're here in Montreal. This is Tuesday, the 27th of July, the second game of the four-game set. Last night, the Expos blasted the Mets 19-10, and tonight we have Tom Glavine going against Zach Day. Zach Day just got off the 15-day disable list back on the 22nd of this month, and he's going again against Tom Glavine, who's second in ERA against the NL. Ben Sheets from Milwaukee's ahead of him. Glavine, as many people have seen this year, hasn't had much run support for the Mets. Going over their standings, the Mets right now are 47-51, and they're fourth in the NL East, 6 games behind the leader Atlanta, who's gotten pretty hot. The Expos are on a 5-1 winning streak here, 5 in a row, and they are 38-61. They're 5th place. Mike Piazza has a sprained right wrist, and as I was going by the clubhouse, there was said that he might be able to be in a pinch hitting role tonight. He didn't play in last night's game. Last night's game we saw David Wright. He's a new third baseman for the New York Mets. He had his first major league home run. And also last night's game, Todd Zeile made a pitching appearance. Again, we'll bring you some interviews if we can, and we'll also show you some batting practice on the Mets. And this is the second game of the 4-game series, and we'll bring you some other information from the other 3 games as the week goes on. This is Jim Tierney for Hometown Cable. Mets are getting ready to take the field here or whatever. This is the Expos general manager talking to some of the Mets players. Probably checking on, he was on the cell phone a while ago, probably checking on trade rumors. As you know, the trade deadline is July 31st, which is 4 days away. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what pickup the Mets or any of the other teams are going to be doing. This is before the Mets are going to be taking the field. They're here stretching with some of their trainers and stuff. And the Expos are still batting. The Mets will be batting in a little while, and we get a few shots of what's going on there. There's the number 11, there's Joe McEwing. Cliff Floyd here talking with Jay Horowitz. That's the media guy for New York Mets. And there's Al Leiter. He's some character he is. Again, he's talking with the Expos general manager. And we'll be bringing you again more footage of what's going on, some of the batting practice, people in the stands. Try to catch a few interviews with different people. Coming to you a little Mets' newest acquisition, David Wright, was first major league home run last night. This is getting tips probably from Mike Piazza, or giving tips, one or the other. There's Mike Piazza. He doesn't have his wrist tape, so hopefully he'll be in the game. I know he's not in the starting lineup tonight, but hopefully he'll be in. We'll see him tonight, by the end of the week anyway. And we'll bring you some other footage as we get it. Again, it's number 5. David Wright plays third base now for the Mets. First major league home run last night. Okay, we have Jason Phillips here batting practice here. Piazza, I think, is going to be on deck. We're going to get a few of the guys batting. This is newcomer David Wright. 2 weeks, signing some balls in there. Yeah, sign some autographs.
Especially after the way you hit last night.
Wiggy came up with a big hit, and obviously Mike's 3-run homer was a difference in the game for us. Bullpen did a real nice job to hold it right there. Happy for Stan. They came in and got us 2 huge outs.
Art, the fact that you had Stan, you had Dejan and Looper, I mean, you could have used any of them last night and held off. I mean,
Right.
Last night sort of contributed in some ways.
Definitely. That's why we had Zeal pitching in the 8th inning rather than one of these guys who would have been available tonight. So sometimes you just got to chalk one up to an L when you're down like that and save your bullets for tomorrow, and it worked out for us.
Tony, I'm sure you saw Tom after the game. How did he? I don't know. Did he seem relieved to finally get a win?
Yeah, Tommy's Tommy. Like I said, you don't know if he's on a 10-game winning streak or a 10-game losing streak. He's a pro, but I'm sure he's a little sigh of relief inside.
Mike obviously was okay to swing if he could be.
Yeah, he'll be in there tomorrow.
Can he receive balls?
Oh yeah, we already tested that a couple of weeks ago.
Or you got, Vance and Ty both swinging well. Do you have any idea how you're going to kind of balance that with this initial?
It's a good problem to have. I'll work on it.
How you doing? What's up? How you doing? Good. What's going on? What's up, this round?
Cliff feeling okay in the? Was Cliff feeling okay when you?
Yeah, it was just Joey in. Just giving the inning off.
When you guys looked at the model and Dejan was out there, did he have?
Oh, there was a pothole out there. It looked like he was moving around a little funny. That's why I went out. I thought maybe it hurt his groin or something. And he said his toe was getting dragged through that hole. But we hadn't fixed it after that. He said he was just getting used to it, so that's why we didn't have it fixed right then and there.
Did you tell him to line up on the side?
Yeah. They wanted to save everything he had for the game. Okay.
Pitch well and hang on and give our guys a chance offensively to work. Did a good job. So it was, no, you know what? Honestly, I think that I've kind of taken the approach that, that's how I control. My control is trying to go out there and work my pitches and do my thing and give our guys a chance to win. And just put the team in that position where, that one good inning or one good bad makes a difference. And tonight that was one good inning, Mike had a great out. That's all the difference in the world. And, I think from a personal standpoint, you can't get caught up in it. I can't control what it is. Pitch where I want to throw it. Just trying to push it in, make our pitches and keep it close. Something good happens and you can take it back.
And Mike was saying that you can't just do the pressure of the camera, but given circumstances,
Yeah. We're obviously in a position where we don't want to get too far out here. We found ourselves in a point race, and because of the way we played, and because of the way everybody else plays, but the fact of the matter is we're in things, and so we don't want to dig ourselves too deep holes, so we want to try to stay as close as we can, and kind of weather the storm. rather do it in July than do it in September. So, hopefully we weather the storm, we get things back on track, and continue to keep ourselves in this thing. Whatever happens, who knows what's going on, but there's no question from a mental standpoint, you want to kind of get back on the winning side of things and kind of get that good feeling back. And when you get on a bad streak, that's sometimes the hardest part to do when you get things back on the winning side.
Okay, we'd like to welcome you back here to Olympic Stadium. We're here on Wednesday, July 28th, and this is the third game between the Expos and the Mets. As we have some interviews in the clubhouse with manager Art Howell and Tom Glavin. And now we're back on, this is batting practice on Wednesday. And tonight, the Mets will send to the mound Jay So, 4-6 with a 4.58 ERA against right-handed pitcher Tony Armas Jr. Armas is 2-3 with a 3.98 ERA. The Mets gained a game on Atlanta last night as the Braves lose to Pittsburgh 8-4, and the Mets here win 4-2. They're 5 out in the NL East, and they have 2 more games at Olympic Stadium. Tomorrow we'll see Al Leiter go against Rocky Biddle. That'll be a Thursday game at 1:05. Oh, in a moment we'll be bringing you some batting practice and other notes. Thank you. Lineup has a little bit of twist with the Mets. We have Mike Piazza back from his wrist injury. He's going to be batting third and playing first base. The top 2 guys are going to be the same. We have Jose Reyes leading off, Kaz Matsui batting second, Piazza third, Floyd fourth, Hidalgo. We have Ty Wigginton playing third base. And then we have Mike Cameron. Vance Wilson will be doing the catching. And again, Jay So will be pitching. The Montreal Expos lineup, we have Snyder's going to be catching and Termel Sledge is going to be playing right field. Those are some of the changes that'll be happening there. And again, Piazza's back after he's been off 10 days, I think, with a wrist injury. And we shall see him. He batted last night as a pinch hitting role and grounded out into a force play. Again, the Mets win 4-2. And we'll be bringing you some highlights of this game shortly. Again, I'd like to welcome those of you from the Tri-County area. This is Hometown Cable reporting from the Big O in Montreal. We're watching some of the Expos taking batting practice, and as the Mets are anxiously waiting their turn. Again, this is Wednesday, July 28th. The Mets, their third game here at Olympic Stadium. We have Todd Zeal right there warming up. Zeal pitched in the first game to 3 batters, gave up 2 hits, an out and a walk. That was a 19-10 Expo win. The Mets came back on Tuesday night, won 4-2 behind Tommy Glavin. Finally, he got his first win in 6 weeks. And again, if you like what you see on Hometown Cable, don't forget to give Calvin a call, or it's viewer supported at 1477 Ridge Road, Champlain, New York, 298 home. As you see before the game time there, we have Cliff Floyd talking with some of the Expos, because Floyd was used to be a Montreal Expo and he got traded to the Mets. And we have Andy Chavez right here talking to some of the fans. We have Kaz Matsui up there in the main cage. Batting practice. Vance Wilson.
Here we go. Come on, bro.
And watching Reyes. Really cool in there.
I don't care if he is or isn't.
Rick Piazza in the batting cage. Rick again will be playing tonight. After 2-game absent here in Montreal. And he pitched hit last night. And we're playing first base and batting third this evening. Shortstop Kaz Matsui taking grounders as the other batters are taking batting practice. There's coaches here that are hitting grounders to the infielders and fly balls to the outfielders, one on each side. And Matsui has his own following pretty much of photographers and that. Many of them around on there. And on the press box there's a handful that pretty much following Matsui. They report back to Japan, I believe. Another of the Japanese reporters. What's going on? And we have Al Leiter practicing batting right now. We're at Expos games. Down to the bullpen of the visiting club. Usually Al's down there signing autographs. He'll be the starter in tomorrow night's game.
Sitting there, I go, Jose, can I,
Yeah, we don't like fighting bad dog
shake hands? Like, hey, what's going on? There, yeah, can I get a picture of my lady friend? Thinks it's the cutest thing in the world. He's like, oh, really? Is she here? I'm like, no. Okay. Can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, sure. Starts fixing himself off.
Field now, the game here. Richard Adalwo batting. And strike one to Adalwo. I have a few shots of different Mets batters. Right now the game is 0-0 in the top of the fourth. And puts one on first. Adalwo. Two. Amos Jr. pitching. And Piots ahead for good. He's up. Going in the fourth inning. And pops it up. The right fielder. And he makes the game. Okay, we're underneath the Olympic Stadium. Ron Callaway not playing right now, but he's going to be a pinch hitter, so he's down here taking batting practice off a tee. So let's catch a couple of shots here. Have a batting cage back here, right behind the Expos dugout. And Callaway is beginning the game later on, so get some swings in.
Coming in first, baseman Mike Piazza.
Sixth inning, the Expos are leading 6-4 at this time. And ball, 1-1. This is Piazza's full first game back in a week. Coming out with an injured left wrist. He's out at first.
Left fielder Cliff Floyd.
Cliff Floyd batting. Ball two. This is Wednesday, 28th of July. We're in Montreal, filming parts of the game between the Expos and the Mets. Third game of this four-game series. Off the wall, and Floyd will be getting it double. That's right fielder Richard the Dog goes up. Second out. This is Ty Wigginton up with 2 outs. 6-4 game Expos. We're in down the 7th inning. And strike one. And now we have Tucker for the Expos. And Wigginton 0-1. Ball, 1-1. That'll do it for the Mets in the 7th. 6-4. Time of day, and they got take me out of the ball. There's that crazy thing that they call UP. And you can see the crowd here, about a little over 6,000 today's game. That's all they've averaged. About 6,500. Tomorrow, Thursday's game, they're going to have $5 seats and $1 hot dogs. Hopefully they'll double their crowd output. At the bat boy earlier, he's 22 years old. He's been at the job for 10 years.
go for it.
I think the Bach had something to do with that. That's when things kind of came apart for him, and a lot of close pitches after that didn't go his way, and he lost his composure a little bit out there, and he let that bother him. And you can't do that. I mean, instead of giving up just the one run, it turned into a 3-run inning. And then the next inning, we gave him the lead, and he goes right out and walks the leadoff hitter. So you can't be doing that and expect to win any ball games.
You talked about the composure. He has struggled with that at times when things just don't go his way.
Yeah. Well, tonight was one of those times, that's for sure. It was a tight zone, but it was a tight zone for both sides. So you got to deal with that. You got to throw the ball over the plate, and he didn't do it all of a sudden.
You said it was a tight zone. It looked like a mysterious zone at times to everybody.
Yeah, well, like I said, both sides. It wasn't one-sided either way. I mean, you're not going to score any runs doing that.
What's the level of concern about Jose Reyes?
Yeah, he sprained his ankles slightly. We'll see how he's feeling tomorrow, but probably a day-to-day thing.
And was Rick ejected for questioning a call?
I don't think so. I think it was a matter of him not having time to talk to the pitcher. And the umpire's impression was he should have trotted out to the mound so that he could have bought himself more time. Well, he just got there when the umpire started out. He didn't get any time to talk to him. And that's the problem with this pace of game thing or whatever. The umpires are under scrutiny. They're getting forced to do things that they really don't even want to do. But it's ridiculous when your pitching coach can't even spend a little time with the pitcher and try to get him straightened out.
You ever see anything like that?
I did tonight.
Art, are you convinced with Jose that it really will only be, let's say, a couple of
The
days?
trainers think it's a mild sprain. I guess he didn't realize the throw was so high because he didn't even have to slide it. First baseman caught it on the fly, I think. But he saw the reaction of the second base. He was going to slide from the outside, and evidently he saw the second baseman move towards the outfield side. So he tried to change directions on his slide. That's when he rolled over his ankle to make a cut to his left. So swung the bat real good the next time up. But barely got to first base.
After you heard it that first time, why not take him out then? Be careful.
You got to play hurt sometimes, I was glad to see him stay out there. But I don't know if he bothered it more or actually running out of the box or what. But we taped it up. You got to bite the bullet sometimes.
Did he follow ball?
No, it was above the ankle.
Above it.
Yeah.
Art, what was the process there when you first went out to him at second base? I mean, did he convince you that he was okay? Did you?
Yeah, he says. The longer he was out there moving around, he said, "I'm okay. I'm okay." So obviously he had some pain there, but like I said, sometimes I was proud of him. I'm glad that he stayed in the game.
In retrospect, though, when he injured
No,
again?
not in retrospect. No, like I said, you start taking people out from little of this, little bit of that, they're never going to deal with any kind of discomfort.
Are you?
As long as he said he could go, that's the bottom line. I mean, if a player says he can go and you say, no, I'm taking you out, I mean, what are you doing?
But even knowing his history and everything?
Knowing his history, that's why I want him to stay in there.
Now, how does that differ from, I remember the day before the All-Star break, you said you wanted to sit him out every 7 to 10 days to be careful with him. Is that?
This isn't his hamstring.
Okay.
This is totally a different area. His hamstring is what is a long-term thing that we got to be careful with. An ankle sprain or a mild sprain, it's something you can deal with. Spit on it. Let's go.
Art, the last time you sprained the ankle, I mean, he missed the whole final month of the year.
Yeah, but that was the masses.
That was significantly worse.
Yeah, significantly. Yeah. Right? This isn't even in the same ballpark.
Right, this is Montreal.
So,
Okay?
Well, this is Thursday's game between the Mets and the Expos, and they got $1 hot dogs and $5 seats. So as you see, the place is definitely got people today. Better than the 6,000 or 7,000 they've had for the other 3 games. This is the 4th game here. We're filming now in about the middle of the game. The Mets are up 7-1 as Mike Cameron has hit a couple home runs. Scoreboard there, showing balls and strikes. We got the big screen, people on it. Again, have a pretty good crowd here today. And we have Mr. Ty Wigginton coming to bat. Wiggin takes a ball. And we have Mike Cameron on deck, who is this game's hero so far. He's made 2 good catches in center field, plus he's got 2 home runs with 3 RBIs. As Wigginton hits a single. And we'll show you Cameron in a moment. Mike Cameron, number 44, batting for the Mets. And takes a ball. Cameron is 2 for 2 with a walk. Again, he's had 2 home runs this game so far. And the pitch. And nice play by the shortstop. And they got an out at second base. Cameron robbed him of his 3rd hit of the game with a diving stop by Cabrera. And we have Cameron scoring on a hit by Valent. It's rookie 3rd baseman here, David Wright, batting, as Valent just got a triple. The Mets have taken an 8-1 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. On deck will be today's pitcher, Al Leiter. Leiter in search of his 7th win against 3 losses. And the Mets have given him an 8-1 cushion right now, so he's got 7 runs to play with. And Wright takes ball 2. And Wright hits one deep in the gap. Off the wall. Valent will score. And Wright will be in at second with a sliding double. So, rookie Wright.
And also pitcher Leiter.
And that'll bring up Al Leiter. And we're going to see Al Leiter here batting. With a runner on second, 1 out, I believe it's going to be a bunt situation here. As Leiter, oh, he's going to hit here. They're ahead by 8 runs. On deck we have Kaz Matsui. We'll show him batting afterwards. Oh yeah, Leiter is going to bunt now. Nope, he's taking it off, and he's hit him in the box. So that'll be strike 2 on Leiter. As Leiter gets ready, 0-2 count. And he drills one to center field. Center fielder makes a catch. As Wright tags and goes to 3rd. Nice play by Wright. So with 2 outs, it'll bring up Kaz Matsui. Matsui up with a runner on 3rd. 2 outs. This is Thursday's game, July 29th. And Matsui fouls one off. And on deck, get a picture here of Todd Zeal from the other night in their 19-10 loss. The Mets looking for a split here for the 4 games in Montreal this week. They won the 2nd game. They lost the 1st and 3rd They're ahead this game right now, 9-1. And Matsui takes ball, so it's 1-1. Matsui takes ball 2. Mets and the Expos are averaging about 3.5 hours per game for these 3 games, and it doesn't look like this is going to be anything shorter than that. Matsui takes a strike, so it's 2-2. Again, today is all Thursdays here in Montreal are $5 seats and $1 hot dog days, so it brings in quite a bit more of a crowd. So again, we'll show you the crowd in a moment after we see what Matsui does. And he strikes out. So after 7 or 6.5 innings, it is 9-1. Again, as we pan the crowd here, they sold $5 seats, all except the VIP. That's why you're seeing all the empty seats there. As we're going to see, take me out to the ball game. If I can catch some of the fans that are up there. Somewhere up there is my daughters. And up there, press box. And let's see. There was Mr. James Tierney up there somewhere. Young James. You want to see? Huh? Trying to get a picture of the Montreal heckler, but didn't want to be on camera. And as we're down here, we're going to get some of the Expos. This is Ron Callaway's the pitch inning for Tucker, the pitcher. As we see, Piazza's behind the plate. He's catching today's game. Again, he was out with an injury part of last week. Hurt his left hand in a collision at first base. He did play first yesterday, and he pinch hit the day before. As Callaway takes a 1-1, and strike 2. No, that was strike 3, actually. And with 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Montreal center fielder Andy Chavez, who's had a pretty good series so far. Today he's 0 for 3. He made a nice catch yesterday against the wall. Had a couple hits. And he takes ball 1. And again, if you like what's happening on Hometown Cable, Chavez will get called a strike, eats 1-1. So you have Hometown Cable, 1477 Ridge Road, Champlain, New York, 298 home. Or if you see Calvin out at one of the events that he's doing, viewer supported television for the Tri-County area. As that's ball 2 to Chavez. Pedro Feliciano, the newest Mets acquisition on the mound, pitching his 2nd game as he pitched yesterday. And Chavez hits one, a bullet up the middle. And Tucker will stop at second. The shortstop Jamie Carroll here batting. as the Expo fans are starting to make a little noise created by the scoreboard, asking for noise. And ball one, Carroll. Well, we're hoping to get a few locker room interviews. This is the last day the Mets will be in town until September. As this is a getaway day for both the Expos and the Mets. Next time the Expos will be in town, they'll be hosting the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's the second week of August. And again, every Thursday game here in Montreal is $5 seats except for VIP and $1 hot dogs. So if you're actually looking for an inexpensive way to catch a ball game, that would be the idea. And I know that the Diamondbacks are one, and the LA Dodgers the end of August, and I believe the Mets are another one in September, as Carroll goes 3-1. The Mets looking for a split of the series with the Expos. The Expos have only lost one home game this series, two home game stand, and that was to the Mets on Tuesday, 4-2. And it's a walk to Carroll, so that loads the bases. As Rick Peterson goes out to talk to Feliciano, and the umpire heads out to break it up. Yesterday, the umpire went out to talk to Peterson, and he didn't think he gave him enough time, and he spoke his mind, and he got ejected. So hopefully you'll see all 9 innings of this game. Mateo, who I believe took Vidro's spot, batting now. He's a second baseman. So I think Frank Robinson giving some of his everyday players a rest after the Mets jumped out to a 7-0 lead. So we have the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th. 9-1 Mets. Strike to Mateo. And the pitch from Feliciano. Strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. The inning is over.
Losing to second baseman Ty Wigginton.
As we're recording from right behind home plate, up in the 200 level. So this is Ty Wigginton batting, and again we're in the right behind home plate in the high 200 level. As you see what kind of view we have from here. Really not a bad seat in Montreal in the 100 or 200 level. Again, even in the bleachers. As we have a few Met fans around. And as we see some of the local fans here. Hi, Katie. How you doing?
I'm good.
You having fun at the game today?
Yes.
And as you see the Mets walk off the field, there's a victory today. And in a moment, we'll be going into the locker room for some interviews. This is Thursday, July 29th. And the Mets have just won the game 10-1, I believe. As they're coming through the tunnel, back out.
Guys really swung the bats well. Cameron got us going with a 2-run homer. Mike got a big 2-out base hit with the bases loaded. Jumped out 4-0, and then we just kept adding on. Eric Valent had a whale of a day. Did they give him a triple on that ball? I hope.
Yeah.
Hit for the cycle. Not too many people can say that they've done that.
Have you ever done it? Did you ever?
What a question. Yes. It was in the minor leagues. That's a great day for him. And Wally Pitt Floyd took a good day off,
That one little stretch there when Al walked a couple guys, it looked like he was in a great rhythm.
Yeah, I thought he was throwing more strikes today. He was ahead of hitters, especially early in the game. Yeah. Ball went off the guy's glove. That's the difference in him having a shutout.
When you guys signed Cameron, you talked a lot about his defense, and he's had spurts of power, but it seems like he's had consistent power this year, probably more than you could have even hoped.
Well, I'm real pleased with that. I mean, his power numbers are outstanding. He's on pace to hit 30 plus. If you'd have told me that coming into spring training, I'd have taken that to the house. He's swinging great. I mean, today was a good day to swing the bat. We started early and just kept going. And sometimes we start early and then shut it down and let the other club kind of work their way back in it, but we didn't do that today. In the bullpen, the guys who went out there did their jobs. It was nice that we could stay away from our frontline guys and give them another day. We're going into Atlanta, so it's important to have everybody ready.
Or does it feel like Cameron's had kind of a strange year offensively?
Yeah, I think the finger thing really bothered him for a long period of time, at least a month. I mean, and who knows if he'd have been healthy during that period what his numbers would be. But he kept fighting through it and never complained about it as far as his numbers are concerned. But it was obvious the way he was swinging the bat there for quite a while that he wasn't healthy.
I think you've seen more no-hitters or cycles.
More no-hitters.
With Cameron, you know he's going to strike out a fair amount of times, but does the power that he gives you and the run protection that he gives you kind of balance that off? And ultimately makes him a pretty valuable guy.
Yeah, his defense. I mean, he's a plus player, definitely. You put all the ingredients together, you're ahead of the curve when you got him out there. You're ahead of the game.
Did you notice before the game how loose he seemed?
Well, he made a comment to me. He says, "Man, did you see me take BP?" And I said, "I didn't really have a chance to look at you." And he says, "Well, I was swinging so good today. I was part Pete Rose and part Willie Mays." And I think he decided on Willie once the game started because he made a couple great catches in center and then the 2 home runs. So I'd like to hear him say that more often before a game. I mean, he went out there and just did a great job. Pretty good fill-in job, though, by Valent. Take that any day of the week.
How do you feel about a split?
Yeah, good. I mean, considering that was the best we could do coming into today, I'll take it. Yep.
Mike, he proved not to be on the storage, huh?
He did? Yeah,
Proved
definitely.
not to be on the
Yeah,
storage.
it's okay. It's all right. We'll see him again later on. We'll see him again later.
There were 2 catches. They were both kind of basket.
Now, that was just flat out just Terrell over. The second one was definitely filthy.
Should have pulled the Sharpie out.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. We got an old classic guy, but I would definitely do that. Frank Robinson seen it. I got it.
Which felt better, the home run or the catches?
I'll take the home runs today. Since we already had some runs on the board, so I'll take the home runs today.
What did you guys say to Valent in the dugout after he hit
getting back on the form?
I didn't even know he had a triple. I was pissed off at Wiggy because he didn't give me the knock up the middle. But he got it's a nice cycle, man. Nice cycle. Don't have it too often, but a lot of good things happen today.
You ever hit circle?
No, I've always come up short. I've always come up short. I either get walked or whatever. Sometimes it happens. I came closer a few times. Never got it. What a good day for
And as you just saw, we had some interviews with the manager of the Mets, Art Howell, and Mike Cameron, who was the hitting star and defensive star for today's game. Again, this was Thursday, the fourth game between the Mets and the Expos, and it was a 2-2 split for the series. The Mets winning the second and fourth game, the Expos winning the first and third. And as we see people filing out from the Big O, again, they had their second crowd, largest crowd here of over 20,000 for Thursday's game. And again, we have James and Jim Tierney reporting from